All right, you there?
Here,
All right.
also my little headshot.
You there?
I'm there. You can see me.
Mm-hmm. You go to
Still set.
your YouTube.
I'm in there.
Okay.
I still have the commercial. Oh, no, I got live. We just switched. Here we go. Let me put that other light on. Did you get a look at the before and after that I sent you?
Yeah, I did. What did you want me to do with it?
I think we should. I think we should show it. Don't you think?
Okay. Let me see how I can do that.
All right, Andrew. If we want to see proof positive, you're looking like something. Look at the backswing A, backswing B in less than 30 days.
Let me see how I can do it here. I think I got it.
We don't have to do it now. We can do it later.
We're gonna figure it out at some point.
Now, who do you have now? Is this Hudson Swapper?
No, this is Pat Perez.
Why does it say underneath there, feature? How come it says underneath there, fix your golf, fix my golf game, feature? Better trying to have to change that.
I don't know. Where are you looking at this?
It's right underneath the video.
All right, because I'm on a different page than you are.
And I tell you what, second thought, we probably shouldn't show that before and after. And I tell
Okay.
you what, second thought, I'll tell you why look at it before and after. Just hit me with it up there. I'll tell you why.
Okay, why?
I don't want to say on the air live. I don't want to say on the air live.
Okay. All right. Let's get started here.
So this is who, Pat Perez?
Yeah, this is Pat Perez. So, as we talked about on Monday a little bit, we talked about Pebble Beach Pro-Am being this weekend. And the Swami is going to go into his little bag of tricks and predict the winner for everyone right now. And you're looking at him right here, Pat Perez.
Do you think Pat Perez is going to be the winner?
Pat Perez is going to be my guest for this weekend. If he doesn't win, he's going to have a nice top 10 finish for sure. So I've looked into this and heard a few other people think it was Pat Perez as well. And he's been doing a lot of work with Claude Harmon of late and putting some hard work into it. And I think he's got enough fire in him right now that he's really looking to post a number this weekend. So a combination of a couple of things, but I think he really, really wants to play well this week and more than usual. And he's been working really hard at it. And he's also got the stats to back it up, especially when it comes to putting on the West Coast. And I think he's going to make some putts and he's going to strike it well. And I think here's your winner. So
Let's see it. see what you got.
All right, so here's the face-on view with his driver. So pretty standard setup for a driver. So what you'll notice here in his takeaway is that watch how he just lifts the golf club up before he swings the club away. See that?
Did you call him and tell him to do that?
No. Why?
I figured you probably would have.
So he picks the club up, he just kind of hovers it, and then he takes the club back. So talk about a straight left arm. I mean, seriously, this thing is as straight as it gets. There is a lot of tension there, I think. That's a super straight left arm. I don't think many people can get to that point in their golf swing. What do you think, Bobby?
I think it's a disadvantage, not an advantage.
It's definitely limiting his range of motion. You know, he's stuck right here. He ain't going any farther. Although he has plenty of backswing there, but there's just no softness to it. You know, on Monday we looked at Luke List, and Luke List had some nice softness in that left arm. And it got him to swing the club back a little farther, and he's one of the longer hitters out there. And Pat Perez is by no means a short hitter. He can still hit that golf ball a long ways, but that's an awfully straight left arm. Whether you think it's good, whether you think it's bad, it is what he does.
I think he might have some pain and discomfort there eventually.
Well, here's where Pat Perez has been. He had some shoulder surgery a couple years ago. So you could argue that because of how straight that left arm was or is, that could have led to the shoulder problems. You know, he's from Las Vegas, played at UNLV, and you know, he's been playing at a high level for 20 some odd years. You could definitely argue that straight left arm has caused some of that shoulder problem. Wouldn't you think?
It certainly can.
Yeah.
I'm not a proponent of it. I'd rather see a soft left arm. When I got somebody with a tight left arm like that, I tap the arm a little bit and try and get him to soften it up.
Yeah. Yeah. So I completely agree with you on that. Let's take a look at that takeaway one more time. You can see it from a rear view here. Watch how he just kind of picks that golf club up. And then he takes it away. Let me clean this up here.
Wow, he lifts it up above the ball.
Yeah.
Look at his hips. Everybody talks about sliding the hips to the right. Forget it. They turn.
Yes. Right. His pocket here has gone that way.
Wait a minute. I just noticed something else.
Well,
I bet you his left arm's not as stiff on that shot. But look what the shaft is.
yeah, that's true. It's a little farther back, isn't it?
Might be he's worked on it. Surgery.
Yeah, that's true. True. I don't have any dates on the swings that we're looking at here.
That's the problem with so much of this stuff. You know, you're looking at the film. You don't know if the guy hit a good shot, a crummy shot. You can do this, you do that. So you know you got to take a lot of this stuff with a grain of salt and you be observant. That's why I look very quickly for differences between the first swing and the other swing. Right away, he's looking at that shaft. He could have never gotten that shaft to that point with the arm the way he had it before.
Yeah, I agree there. I agree that 100%. And you know, here's one of the keys to creating distance. Look at the distance between his right shoulder and the shaft there. Look at how narrow of a gap that is. So he's really able to create some good club head speed there. That's a really short distance. You'd see that in like a Sergio Garcia, very, very small gap in there. maintaining this angle very, very well. Although maintaining that angle is good for distance, but it's not great for accuracy. And if you have any questions about Pat Perez, throw some comments in the chat box there. We're here to answer your questions. We're here live on Mondays and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The gang, we want to see your golf swing, so make sure you send us a video of your swing. Upload it right to our website at quickfixgolf.com. We'd love to help you out. We want you to play better golf now. That's why we're here.
Yeah, send in your video. We'll do yours now. The video we should be watching is yours.
That's right.
Oh, look at that. Look at his hips lock up. Watch his hips.
Yep.
You lock up on right there, so now you really risk the flipping or firing the hands real hard. Look at that body just locks up. Stop. Now look at the elbow.
Yep.
That's funny. I couldn't believe I see that.
Yeah. Little chicken wing there, huh?
You want to take back your prediction, or you?
No, I like I like my prediction. I think he's been working hard on this stuff. I think he's
trying to do that. You're just saying that to keep up your minority status or something.
he's been working hard on all these things.
You keep working hard. You can't. What Palmer used to say, you can't bring it with you when you come, but you're not going to get it while you're here.
Let's take a look at a down the line view here.
Is that a round belly going on there eating so many enchiladas?
Yeah, exactly.
Too many tacos.
So, some interesting. They have cheeseburgers in Mexico. I'm sure they do, right? You can get a cheeseburger.
It's probably not so hard to cross the border going the other way.
Right, exactly.
Get a cap to Tijuana.
So you can see.
Esteban Toledo, the guy, the senior tourist from Mexico, is the nicest guy in the world. He's a really nice guy.
Never met him. We can do a swing.
Oh, he's really, really good guy.
He's had some success out there, right? He's had a win or two.
Yeah. He's hard-headed though.
Yeah,
He used to be a professional boxer.
oh, no kidding.
Oh yeah, he used to be a professional boxer. Yeah, he's strong as a bull. He's really strong. Hits it a long way, but his swing is like across line. And,
Yeah.
He cuts all his putts, and I tried to tell him, let me help you with that. And he goes, no.
Yeah, he's fine, right?
Unbelievable. Cuts every putt.
Well, if he cuts it every time, I mean, how there's some consistency to that. Very much like a Billy Mayfair type putting stroke. He cut every putt for a long time. But
Yeah, the funny part is Billy Mayfair can't hit it anywhere because he's not a very big guy.
yeah. But he had a couple of wins out there, some really good wins.
He was very friendly too. I talked to him on the range for a while. He was very friendly, very open. He let me take some videos of him doing his drills and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I've got him in my V1. So that's how they should be. Fans come out, they should say hello. They should, don't be a bunch of prima donnas. Be nice.
Yeah, why not? I mean, the fans are what's putting you out or allowing you to be out there. So
Exactly. They're the ones that spend the money to go out and watch you play. If it wasn't for the fans, you'd be playing by yourself.
we got a question from Ryan in the chat box, Bobby. Is there a good drill for hitting balls first with irons without sliding / going off sides? I tend to hit up on the ball with every club when I focus on staying on sides or not sliding.
Oh, good question, buddy. Well, here's the thing. Really, the only way we can know is for you to take a video of your swing and send it to us, and then we can really answer you properly. But, you know, you can get away with sort of trapping the ball and sliding on it with an iron. Although you're saying you tend to hit up on the ball with every club, but I focus on staying onside. So if you stay behind it, you probably got a flip in there, and when you slide, you begin to trap it a little bit, and it helps with the flip. When you don't, the flip of the hands is going to be more prominent if you hang back, and that's what's probably making you hit the ball higher. To hit up on the ball.
Yep.
Hitting up on the ball, the club head's moving upward. They get up, sometimes they get away with it, but other days it doesn't work. Well, if you want to end that agony, you got your cell phone. Video your screen, go to quickfixstop.com and just upload it. It won't cost you anything, it's free.
Yep.
And I'll be able to look at it right away and I know in 2 seconds.
Yep.
I'm a mess. That's what we're looking for. Don't be a mess. Oh, not hear this. Darren on YouTube.
All right.
Begging for you to send out a video to get so we can do a complete analysis and send it back. Absolutely free.
A golf show that's a mess.
And what are we gonna do with Perez still, right?
Hold on, before we get back to Perez here, where did the whole concept of offsides come from? I mean, we use it a lot, and it's kind of one of your trademarks. Where did it come from?
Well, as I said, remember when we had Bill McDonald?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's still on the YouTube channel. You can see the. But I took a lesson from him all the way down in Atlanta.
Okay.
What happened was, I can't remember the name of the kid now, but the minor league tour was playing in Richmond, the Hogan tour, whatever they call it.
Yep.
And there was a kid that was like 12 under par, and I was watching. He was like a shot off the lead, and I was watching him hit balls on the range, and I went, "Whoa, this kid's got a hell of a swing." So I grabbed him and I said, "Hey, who are you taking lessons with?" And he says, "Bill McDonald." I said, "Where is he?" He said, "He's in Georgia." He said, "Atlantic Golf Center," or something like that. I said, I called him on the phone. I said, "Will you give a lesson to pros?" He goes, "Sure." I said, "I'll be right there." So I drove 10 hours, spent the night. Next day, went up there, went to see him. And then, as we were doing some videos on some of the moves, he took Hogan and pulled it right up to the impact. He said, "You see that? It's a straight line from the left shoulder to the ball at impact." He said, "I can show you 500 pros. It'll all be the same." I said, "You're kidding." I said, and then I just came up with that idea, saying, "Well, if you pass that line, you got to be offsides."
Right.
You know, I just come up with crap that comes into my head.
That's a scary place. A scary place, your head.
Both of them.
Right. Oh dear.
Good throw for the first tee if you didn't have time to go to the practice area.
The bar is probably pretty close to the first tee, so that's not a bad drill to start with. What do you got for him there, Bobby?
What?
A good drill for the first tee.
First tee. Well, I'm a proponent. I mean, there has been guys. Johnny Miller was one from one time, and there was another player. I forgot what the name was. They deliberately did not go to the driving range before they went off the tee off. They just deliberately, and Johnny Miller claimed that he was swinging so well, they felt like he didn't need to hit any balls. His confidence level was so high, he didn't want to waste any balls on the range. So I'm not a proponent of like showing up at 5:25 for a 5:30 tee time and grabbing your stuff out of your car. I need to warm up. But the thing you can do is I would take the biggest club in the bag, the driver, and just make some slow swings and feel some rhythm, and then maybe take the heaviest club in the bag, which is a sandwich, and swing that a few times and feel the head. And bottom line is you got to get the club face back to the ball at impact. So timing is everything. So if you're not going to warm up before the first tee, swing a little easier in the first hole or two, and get your rhythm going first.
Yeah,
I mean, rhythm's easier for me because I'm a Cuban, but still.
I've seen you dance. That's not true. It's tough to go to the first tee without warming up. I'll remember one of my first experiences with Jack Nicklaus is I was bringing him up to the range or bringing him up to the first tee because the range was closed. We had grass that was just starting to grow on the range. There was no range, and I take him to the first tee, and he's like, where are you taking me? I said, well, Mr. Nicklaus, the range is closed. And he's like, I don't play golf unless I hit some balls first, open the range. And of course, what are we going to say? No to Jack? He owns the place. So we got him some balls out and found him a little area to hit. And the ball's plugged in the mud out there. And we had to go out there and pick up all the balls from the mud. But the greatest ever to play the game never, ever once went out there without warming up. So it's tough to go out there kind of cold turkey. But, what you say there, Bobby, makes some good sense about finding some rhythm and then and kind of feeling where the golf club is. So that's good advice there.
Ryan, wait, there are golf courses in Cuba. Yes, there is a golf course in Cuba. It's called the Veradero Country Club. It's in the Veradero area, which is about an hour and 15 minutes from Havana. And they got kids for caddies, you see. And after about the fifth hole, one kid said to the other kid, he says, my dad can beat your dad. He said, don't be stupid, my dad is your dad.
Kids for caddies.
Now, they actually had carts there. I couldn't believe it. They had carts. It's unbelievable. The course is nice. It's built by a guy named Les Ferber. It was Canadian. And he used to work for Trent Jones. Went out on his own. Built a lot of golf courses all over the planet. And the problem is, you can't go there. What happens to me if I mention Bobby's name in Cuba? You get arrested.
Yeah, you go to jail.
You go to jail.
And they forget about you in there, too. They forget about you. So who plays the golf course in Cuba? Who gets to play it?
Canadians, Russians, Germans, Sweden. People come from Europe. They come from everywhere over there. We're the only ones that aren't going.
Right. I can't imagine there's like, are there a lot of privileged Cubans that get to play it, or how does that work?
There's a few. I mean, I played with Castro's son, Tony. They have a pro there named Guillermo, who's a great guy. I took him an iPad. V1 was willing to donate an iPad. We took an iPad down to him. When I gave it to him, he started crying. I felt so bad. Oh yeah, but they're very poor.
Right. Yep. Yep.
So I mean, he never dreamed of having an iPad to do a lesson with.
Yeah.
Now he can do his lessons with an iPad. It was just. But Gary Blair's been there. I know he was there the day after I left. Rick Norman was there the day before I got there.
Okay.
We're all looking to try and build golf courses here, but
right. Yep. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to my pick for this weekend, Pat Perez. Just to remind everyone, we're here live Mondays and Wednesdays at 6 p.m.
You want to pull your pick?
No. I like my pick. You want to do a bet? Huh? You're gonna lose.
He's gonna win.
The last couple of times I threw my my bets out there.
You nailed them.
I nailed them. Nailed them.
I admit it. You nailed it.
Nailed them.
You nailed it.
So don't second guess me. If he doesn't win, he's going to be right up there. I promise you. He's got the fire, and he's been working hard at it, and he's a good putter from a little longer distance, and I like it. The greens are small at Pebble Beach, so if he can make some decent putts, I think he's going to be right there. So, but
go ahead and show him Pat swing. Like take care of something.
Yep. So very similar to what he does with his driver, he just kind of picks the golf club up first. And He gets it into a nice position up at the top of the swing. This looks to me very much like a stack and tilt type of swing, where he gets the club to swing inside, the right arm folds. I mean, that's about as good as you get, with the left arm right across the shoulder line. The club faces in just a slightly closed position there. I like it a lot. Very, very, very good. But here's where he starts to get into a little bit of trouble. Is on his downswing, the golf club gets stuck behind him. So look at where this golf club is on the way down. It's really gets behind him as it comes into the golf ball. And the path is very much from, look at that shaft starts to get underneath his right arm. That's a really, really, really inside approach into the golf ball. And let's take a look at impact there, and let's see how much it is from the inside. So if we just draw a line, a shaft line up here, and we back it up a little bit, and we can see how underneath the plane that golf club is. It's a good thing to be underneath the plane, but he's just a little too much under it. And watch where it goes in the follow through. Watch how much out it goes. And towards kind of like a first base or right field. That is quite a bit off of plane in his follow through there. And that could cause some serious complications when it comes to ground interaction, the amount of curvature he's putting on it, where he's hitting it in relationship to the center of the face, and then watch where he goes into a finish. Because that golf club is so far out, look at where that golf club's finishing. It's finishing up over his head. So that's a golf club that's traveling quite a bit from the inside out, quite a bit to my liking. And like I said, going to cause some problems with connection there. But most people need to feel like what Pat Perez is doing. Most people are the opposite way. They're swinging too much from the outside. And they never get the golf club underneath enough. Yeah, I mean, he's able to create a divot that's deep, even though he's coming in from such a shallow place, because of how much shaft lean he's got through the hit. But that's quite a bit from the inside out, with where his golf club is coming from.
And you're going to put all your chips on this guy.
Well, not all my chips. Well, first of all, you have to have chips to put some chips on him. And if I had any chips, I'd put a few of them on him this weekend. Yes, for sure. Yeah. But once again, I don't know when these videos have been shown, but the word on the street is that he's been working hard on his game, and if he's been hanging out with Claude Harmon and all, I think Claude's got him kind of wrangled in there for sure.
And in the right state of mind. That's the one
yeah.
thing Claude's good at. And in the right state of mind, which is 90% of it as far as I'm concerned.
And he's been known to be a wild man, as far as how he acts. And there's a side to him that not many people get to see, and how hard he really works. So when he's on, when he's working, there's no wild side. There's no alcohol. There's no fooling around. It's all business. And it's a side of Pat Perez that not a lot of people see. I saw a documentary on him that talked about how strict his work policy was. He's up at 4 a.m. and works all day at it. So wow. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But you know where a lot of the players are this week, Bobby? Have you heard about what's going on in the world of golf? I guess I have to be the one that fills you in every week. They're all in Saudi Arabia. Have you heard about this new? Yeah, no, not Dubai. I forget I forget where they're playing, but it's a new tour. It's the Asian tour, and they've got these appearance fees that they've been paying players to come across the pond and play in the event. And the PGA Tour was quite a bit taken back from it, and told the players that if they considered going over there and if they played, they'd give them they wouldn't let them play on the tour anymore. And then they would. Well, I mean, the PGA Tour, they had to reel back what they were saying and eventually say, okay, you can go over there and play with some stipulations, but there's a ton of the best players in the world over in Saudi Arabia. Hold on, let me take a look here at my notes.
Well, look at how the Shark, when he tried to start his own tour and everything, they crushed him.
Well, Greg Norman is one of the he's one of the spokespeople for it. He's involved heavily in this. I want to say he's like their director or something along those lines. I don't know enough about it. I'll definitely do a little more research on it, but it's called the Saudi International is the name of the. It's in Jeddah. I don't know where Jeddah is, but the amount of players that are. Let me give you an idea of who's playing.
Do you have a good drill for tending more underneath if those of us who tend to swing over? Okay, here's a good question. Here's a good question from William. So do you have a good drill for tending more underneath for those of us who tend to swing over the top a bit?
You have a good drill for yes. So here's what I like to do for as far as the drill. What you need are some constraints to kind of give you an idea of where the golf club needs to swing here. Let's see what I got here. So here's a real basic kind of what I call the cone drill. These are like soccer cones.
Oh, you're that for the cone people.
The cone people, the cone heads. And what the cones are going to do is it's going to prevent you from swinging from the outside. Obviously, I'm a right-handed golfer. It'd work the same way if you were a left-handed golfer. But the cones kind of give me some direction on where the golf club needs to swing. The club needs to swing in this direction coming back, and it needs to swing in that direction coming through. Right? So a drill like this will help you get the club swinging in a good direction. You can see here how my golf club is coming in from a very shallow place as it swings from the inside and it swings out. Now that's a lot of inside out swing to it, and I'm doing it to kind of prove a point here and kind of show an exaggerated path from the inside. And you can see here I almost but that would be kind of a drill that I'd have you start with. And you could use water bottles, you can use range baskets, you can use lots of different things. I also like
use water bottles filled with acid.
Like, you know, a place to buy acid. Where are you going to buy acid from?
Are you kidding? I'm from Miami.
And you can also set up some alignment sticks as well. I like to put the alignment sticks in the ground at an angle like so. And that'll also help you swing a little bit more from the underneath. The only thing I'd warn you about putting an alignment stick in the ground like I have here is just make sure that the golf ball is far enough forward. So on your downswing, if you happen to catch the alignment stick, you catch it with your golf club and you don't catch it with your hand. So some alignment sticks work good there, but just something basic as some water bottles will help you with, I call it a constraint drill, where you've got some direction and some boundaries on where the golf club needs to swing. But that's a good question there, William, and we definitely encourage you to send us a video of your golf swing so we can see it in person and give you some other drills to work on. And we'll do it free of charge. Just upload it to our website at quickfixgolf.com, and we'll be happy to do that. Or if you want us to do it live in front of the gang, we can do that as well. So it's up to you. So make sure you take advantage of that. We're going to do it absolutely free for you, not a penny out of your pocket.
Yeah, let's always remember earlier, a lot of this happens from the shoulders. If you start your downswing with your shoulders or your chest going forward, like that thing you sent me today, Darren, with Garcia.
Yes. Yep.
Where he was showing how when somebody starts with their upper body first, they're going to go over the top. I mean, they're going to go to the outside. You know, that right shoulder needs to go down and the left shoulder needs to go up. You know, feel like you're throwing, I always say, give me one of those girls that throws fast pitch underhand softball, and kill it in 5 minutes. Because they're used to throwing underneath. They're underhand. The
Yeah.
guys, we're used to doing everything overhand. Baseball, football.
So why don't you tell everyone the video I sent you, what the thought was here?
Well, it's going to be hard to explain without seeing it. But like right now, he showed that if he got to the top of the backswing, that if he started to rotate with his upper body first, that he'd be doomed to coming down from the outside. That the trick is to get the arms going before the chest, which his key, he said, was his dad told him, feel like you're pulling down on a chain with both hands. You notice he said chain, not a piece of string. So he's insinuating pulling hard. And that's probably what got him all that lag, because from a little kid, he always was trying to pull down on the chain.
Yes. Yep.
In fact, his nickname when he first came out in the world was El Nino. El Nino, the boy. Because he was, 16 or something, he was playing unbelievable golf. So,
Yep.
and there's so many good courses in Spain today, that nobody thinks of it. They all think of going to Scotland. I understand, because it's where it all started. But there's some great golf courses in Spain too. And they have the girls that dance the flamenco.
A flamingo.
Arriba, arriba, arriba. And Jimmy DeMerit, he hit me up all night long. We closed every flamenco show. He was 70 years old and I was 20, 24, 22.
And you couldn't keep up with him.
Couldn't keep up with him.
That's
It was so
classic.
funny. The next day, after we were out all night long, I didn't go to sleep because I was afraid I wouldn't wake up. But the World Cup was there, see? And Fred Carpenter, who runs the World Cup, I go to the first tee and he goes, Lopez, where the hell's the mirror? I said, geez, I don't know, Mr. Carpenter. He says, well, go find him. Go back to the hotel and find him. He said, go back to the hotel. And I'm looking everywhere, call his room, can't find him. Walking to the breakfast room, and there he is, sitting at the table. And his hands were shaking, and he was trying to get the butter out of the little, little thing, like chewing up. And I said to him, I said, Jimmy, I said, Corbin's about to blow gasket, man. He's supposed to be on the first tee announcing it. He goes, tell him I didn't hear the note under the door.
Wow.
He was hilarious. He kept me up every night, every stinking night. The whole week he was there. Come on,
Yeah.
that's where we're going now.
Yeah.
With this old man with the juice or something.
This old man.
I was just so mesmerized being with Jimmy DeMerit. I never ever spent time with somebody like Jimmy DeMerit.
Right. Sure.
3 times master champion.
Yep.
And he was great. I mean, really down to earth, just funny as could be. He had jokes. I can't tell some of the jokes he told me on the air, but he had some great jokes. He's a funny guy. Big forearms, huge forearms. Where he got all the speed from.
Yeah, I'll have to download his swing. We'll take a look at it next time. I don't have his in my library here, but
That'd be fun to look at.
Yep. Yep.
He was on the show with Ricky Ricardo and Lucille Ball,
Yeah, oh yeah, I Love Lucy. Yeah, yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Remember the match sheet? you set down the ball and smash it in the ground. It's a matching.
No, I don't.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They gave her a real funky grip, and then they said, "Now this is called a mashing." And they step on the ball. They stepped on the ball and smashed it into the ground and said, "It's called a mashing."
I'll have to look that up on YouTube. It's I Love Lucy golf special, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, in case you want to take a look at what your swing path is looking like, just get out your cell phone, video your swing, and upload it to our site at quickfixgolf.com. It's free. Promise we won't show anybody.
William will be the next big YouTube star.
Say, what's William here? Look at how he goes over.
That's right. I've seen better swings at a park.
There's no freaking chance of saying that. I have to get him a walker just to get out to the golf ball. Pretty soon that's what I'm going to have to do.
All
A
right.
bus come by and drops us off in the nursing home.
Yeah.
You get to play 9. See if you can last. You make it all 9 holes to get your free donut.
If only we could hear the laughter from the chat box. You don't bother. We'd love to see a little LOL from you if you think Bobby's funny.
Don't do that. You're just going to egg me on.
All right, kind of wrapping things up here. Just as I was alluding to earlier about the Saudi International, the names in the field, like I said, are just it's such a blockbuster field with Bryson and Bubba Watson and Cam Smith, and you got Dustin Johnson, Graham McDowell, Henrik Stenson. You got Duffner, Kokrak. You've got Kevin Na, Lee Westwood, Leishman. Na. You got Matthew Wolf. You got Patrick Reed, Paul Casey, Phil.
Do they have bunkers on his course?
That's right. They have bunkers. Yep.
He's not getting any of my guarantee.
No. Phil Mickelson, Sergio Garcia, Shane Lowry. I mean, there's just a ton. Tommy Fleetwood.
Right here, hold on. ¿Qué cosa? Fíjese, ¿se da cuenta que mire que vamos a jugar en Byron Bridge?
Okay. We need someone to translate for me.
Increíble. No sé por qué, pero estos americanos aquí no me dan chance. Money talks though. Oh, Brian Bryce says Roy came out last year and said he wouldn't play in the Saudi tour thing. Did he play in it?
He is no, I don't see him in the field here. I'm not seeing.
I tell you what, that's totally unfair to the PGA Tour to tell somebody they can't play on somebody else's tour if they feel like it. What the hell is this?
Well, I mean that's the legal ramifications of it. I mean, even though they're independent contractors, they do have to abide by some of the tour's policies. So,
That's restraint of trade.
listen, I'm not disagreeing with you, but it's the argument and what the lawyers are going through right now. And I think the PGA Tour has had to back down because they know it's a battle that they're going to lose. So whether it's right or wrong, it's what's going on out there. And Greg Norman is right in the middle of it, and he thinks a lot of it's so unfair that they're putting the guys behind the 8 ball here. So we'll see what happens. I mean, this Asian tour, this tour is paying a lot of appearance fees for players to come over and compete. So they're trying to draw the crowd.
The problem is you got to think about one thing. one thing, if you played for the Miami Dolphins, you get paid. You know you're going to get paid. You got bonuses. If you make a touchdown, you get this, you get that. Granted, there's all kinds of bonuses involved there. But when it comes to a golf pro, you don't get paid squat. Yeah, these guys are getting these appearance fees, but normally you got to pay your entrance fee to get in the tournament. You got to pay your hotel. You got to pay your caddy. You got to pay your meals. You got to pay your airfare to get there. You pay with no guarantee of even making the cut.
Well, a couple of things. First of all, the PGA Tour doesn't do it that way anymore. There's no entry fee, so there's no entry fee to play anymore. Nope. And then I think next, they got to pay their hotel bill. Yes, that's for sure. But there's no entry fee anymore. And then the European Tour has, you get paid regardless if you make the cut or not. And I think the PGA Tour is going to be going to that next year. I could be wrong on that, but I think they're going to be going to, even if you don't make the cut, you're going to get something out of it. Because you're right, Bobby. It's, it's a difficult road where you're up against all odds, and you got to play well or you get nothing. But but think about players who were there on Thursday and Friday and they missed the cut. I mean, they're out there entertaining for 2 days and not getting paid for it. It's not fair to them, they're entertaining, and they should get some sort of compensation for it. So,
well, if they're giving appearance fees, can you get a hold of this guy up there and tell him I'll come and I'll run a camera?
Yeah, there you go.
They find a Cuban on the camel. CC.
Cuban on a camel, that's a funny one.
Find a Cuban on a camel and you get a free watch, Rolex. Well, Paul wants to know I was wondering why you're picking Perez. Oh, by the way, Paul, we got a gift going out to you. Mail it out. You're probably about 2 foot of snow. That's why I haven't said it yet.
So I was picking Perez is he's been working a lot later with Claude Harmon, and I think he's got something to prove right now because he's been playing pretty bad. So I think he's kind of found the secret, and I like the way he putts from a longer distance, and Pebble Beach has got the smaller greens. So I think he's just has.
Perez wins. I know how much. I owe a complete Taco Bell. Where's Perez? Is he from Mexico? Where's he from?
He's from Las Vegas.
No. Before that,
I don't know. I don't know. I know he was just born in Las Vegas and he went to UNLV. So I don't know where he's from.
Like he said, I was born in Miami, but my grandfather's from Spain. I mean,
Yeah, sure. But we'll see what happens.
Well, that was a good night.
Yep. Don't forget, we're here Monday and Wednesday, 6 p.m. Tune in, Eastern Standard Time. And we get the gang together. We talk golf. We analyze golf swings. If you want us to analyze your swing, send us your video. Yeah, how could you not think John Rahm's going to finish in the top 5? How could you not? That's not a bad bet, but I'm looking at the dark horse Pat Perez. So we'll see you on Monday, and we'll see if it works out.